Hi, I'm Mia Malan. I am from South Africa and I head up a small media organization called Bhekisisa Centre for Health Journalism. It's based in Johannesburg in South Africa, which is sort of our economic hub in the country. So my organization survives by philanthropic funds. So we produce copy in-depth health analysis and then we provide that copy for free to mainstream media organizations. Because as you know, the media is in financial trouble. For-profit organizations can no longer afford this kind of in-depth journalism because it's expensive, because it takes time to produce. So our job is to give that to those organizations in the health field. Reporting on health is a great thing to do because you can literally report on anything. In South Africa, it's, for instance, a very political issue. So you do from political reporting to economic reporting to just reporting on how people live. But at my organization, our aim is to influence policy. So in other words, to hold the government accountable, to have evidence-based policies, and not just to create them, but to also to implement them correctly. And in order to do that, we want to reach people who make decisions. So that's a range of people. That's from people in government to make policies, academics who do the research to provide the evidence for the correct policies or effective policies, to activists who fight to get them implemented. Now, if you would like to do that and influence and make sure that there's accountability, you'll get absolutely nowhere if you don't frame the information in a way that makes people understand how it will affect their lives. It doesn't just help to have the accurate information there. You need to have context. But more importantly, if you don't use language that makes it really easy to understand. And that's a very difficult thing to do. It's an acquired skill to do. No jargon. When you get to science or you get to policy, to not use the word that the terminology that policymakers use. That's a very, very important thing to do. And today, in the global context where we live, where we all need to understand what our place in the world is, not just in our countries, it's so important to have a meeting like the Casa Africa meeting, to bring people from different parts in the world, so from Africa, the global south, Spain, the global north, together to discuss what is the most constructive way to talk about each other. Because if we don't bring people together and we just each sit in our side of the world, we will never get to a solution because those conversations will never happen. So I find it extremely useful to today listen to panels where people from both sides are present and to not just leave it with blaming people. You know, you portray us this way and you say this about us, but to really come to compromises and compromises lead to solutions. So I think it's great that we are all together.